A Labour government would set out the action it intends to take on immigration within 100 days of assuming office, Ed Miliband will say later. He will pledge steps to recruit an extra 1,000 border staff, introduce full exit checks and stop serious criminals coming to the UK. The Labour leader will challenge David Cameron to match his pledges, accusing him of failing to deliver. A Conservative spokesman said they have a plan to control immigration. The Conservatives said they would reform welfare rules, tackle criminality and abuse of free movement. Damaged faith. At an event in the Vale of Glamorgan, Mr. Miliband will say immigration can benefit Britain and promise he will never do anything to denigrate or demean the contribution people who have come to this country have made. But he will say Labour will deal with people's concerns. Attacking the government's record, Mr. Miliband will say, David Cameron once promised to cut net immigration to tens of thousands, and told us to kick him out of office if he didn't deliver. But net migration rose to 298,000 last year, almost exactly 3 times higher than he promised. Nothing damages people's faith in politics more than broken promises like that, or those he is still making today. Labour will only make promises it can keep, he will add. If I am Prime Minister, we will begin work immediately to fix our immigration system with a plan founded on fair rules, where wages can't be undercut and benefits must be earned, a plan where our borders and our communities are strengthened, Mr. Miliband will say. And he will pledge to include an immigration bill in the party's first Queen's speech. Other steps the party says it will take in the first 100 days of government include ending the indefinite detention of asylum seekers and banning recruitment agencies from hiring solely from overseas. The party will also pledge to close loopholes it says allow employers to undercut wages and stop people claiming benefits for at least 2 years when they move to the UK from abroad. Credible plan. Speaking during a daily politics debate on Monday, Home Secretary Theresa May admitted her party had failed to honour its pledge, made before the 2010 election, to get net migration down to below 100,000. But she added, "We've actually shown that we have made some changes to the immigration system. And crucially, we have set out a credible plan for what we would do for the future, in terms of tightening up, not just on EU immigration but also on people from outside the EU." A Conservative spokesman said, "The Conservatives have a plan to control immigration and build a system that puts the British people first. We will regain control of EU migration by reforming welfare rules, tackle criminality and abuse of free movement and cut immigration from outside the EU. UKIP wants to leave the EU, removing the entitlement to free movement, and has pledged to introduce a points system to select migrants with skills and attributes needed in the UK." Speaking on Monday, the party's immigration spokesman Stephen Wolfe said UKIP wanted to return to net migration to normal levels seen before 2000, and it was absolutely clear that you cannot reduce migration in this country, net or otherwise, unless you are outside of the EU. The Liberal Democrats said in their manifesto that they would allow high-skill immigration to support key sectors of the economy. Also speaking on Monday, former Home Office Minister Norman Baker said he believed current levels of net migration were probably too high, but a target to reduce the figure to the tens of thousands was non-deliverable.